Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Wolverines will kick it away to start us off. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the offense on first down. Miller with the ball. At the 35, he's open. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
Really good-looking run. You think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. They're setting up the screen.
They're just trying to sneak the back out to the right side there, but great job tackling on defense against a guy who's hard to bring down once he has the ball in his hand.
Offense gets set for second down. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Alabama pushing the tempo. Quick release on the RPO.
All right, we got the completion. We got some yardage. We got some positive yardage. Now we're in fourth and manageable. And you dang right. We're going for this puppy. We got our fourth down play ready to roll. We're calling it in.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. And the pass is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. That's why you love...
They'll take over.
This defense, they stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick. They've got the big fellas out there, a three tight end look on 1st and 10. Looking for a crease, it's Edwards. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
They'll try it over the left side. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
You got to give the defense tons of credit because we know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit. They were able to bring him down for a big loss on the sack.
They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, 4th down in their own end, and they're going for it. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Single back formation, and they give it to him. At the 40, there he goes. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins. Big physical runners that also had sprinter speed, and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Back to throw, it's Orji. Fires to the middle. It's caught downfield. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
I love this tight end because, man, he's a weapon in the passing game. Big guy, big target, and he has a lot of ability after the catch. You saw it on that touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. 1st down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and force a tackle.
Pass on the way, it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Michigan. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Now on second down. To throw, it's Milroe. Lost one deep down the right side. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching you. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you've got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And it's such a good opportunity to cut it to a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half. Because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Time to take a shot. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, going up top. It's complete. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown time.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and you're like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. Right back to the well. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. On the run, it's Edwards. Still running at the 40. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
Nice run there on 1st down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
And nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well. And they just kind of sneaked that one in there. As a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off, and he's got the vision and the athlete.
And that ball is picked off. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
To the air on 1st down. Going downfield for the big play. Got a man in the middle. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Scanning the field, it's Milroe. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. From the 25-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And the field goal unit is on the field. Right down the boulevard, it's good. Ready to start the 2nd half. Alabama will kick it off. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They have the lead to start the 3rd quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger, and we might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
Looking downfield, it's Orji. Quickly out to the tight end. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful a reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
Here's the handoff. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. Didn't get much on 1st down, it's 2nd and 9. They'll run it. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so 3rd down becomes an easier down. It's not 3rd and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the 1st down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. Finds his man enough for the first. The Wolverines are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Oh, look out, there he goes. He's at the 10, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on his kicker, who is so important to this team.
Tips, deflections, those are such good things for defense. A lot of times they lead to interceptions and big plays. Just try to get any kind of disruption you can.
Getting some heat. He throws back across and into the defense. A dangerous play. And it's picked off for the fourth time today. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
And you hear about this in youth league football. You know you can't miss across the middle of the field, across your body. Really tough throw on the run. The defense makes him pay, and the quarterback is probably going to get a good earful from the coach.
Now improvising. He throws one to the left. And it's picked off for the third time today. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And this guy's just never been able to get into a rhythm all game long. Whether it's been because of pressure or the defense disguising their coverages, he just doesn't seem right. And as a result, he's now thrown 3 picks in this game.
Here comes that Alabama offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think we can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Very few times can you get a guy that wide open in a game, and when you do, you have to capitalize on it. That QB knows it. Look at him. You can tell he knows he missed a huge opportunity. Not only could he tell, everyone in the stands could see that guy was absolutely wide open.
Looking to pass. It's Milroe. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot, but they're not able to come away with the completion.
Coming after him. And the defense gets to the quarterback. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
Now, a fourth down. That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Michigan 21, Alabama 10.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. How in the world could they let that happen, and how in the world did they pull it off? That was was 4th and a mile, and they got it.
I mean, what a clutch play by this offense. Listen, understanding, a small throw is not going to get it done. A deep ball down the field, give yourself a chance to make a play, and by gosh, they do it.
And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. So the first part of the job is done. They got the touchdown. Now for the 2 to make it a field goal game. Back to throw, it's Milroe. Moves away as he feels pressure. He gets it in for the 2-point conversion, and now they trail by only 3. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake.
Running toward the tape. He's inside the 40. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24.
I mean, goodness gracious, you could have driven a semi-truck through that hole. Nobody touched him. This was an easy run. This is the easiest 40-plus yard run you will ever see.
They want that clock to run. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21. We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. They'll leave it with him. Discards a man. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the 4th quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Going with the ground game left. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead. Late in the 4th quarter, inside of a minute, I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. He leaves it with the back. He couldn't get close to the marker, got 3 yards, but it'll be 4th and 3. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. It's complete. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Well, I think the defense was even caught off guard on that one, guys. Not seeing the field goal unit trot out onto the field. They had a golden opportunity there to make a stop and get the ball back without surrendering any points. They couldn't do it, though, and now all of a sudden their backs are against the wall.
With the run on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan.
What you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail meat coffin, great execution by this offense to put this game away.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. So a drive there of 84 yards. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here's the return from inside the 25. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. I know the situation looks bleak, but have we nothing if we don't have hope, David?
Amen. I mean,
he tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive.